Hi everyone, Sam Gamer Dude here. So if you're going by current videos on the channel, you might think we don't play Forceville anymore. And it's more correctly that we don't buy current Forceville product. We're still playing the older formats, there's just no real reason to make content about it because it's ridiculously out of date and all constrained mostly to the cluster formats where these decks can play on a proper level. So, thanks to a friend of mine who's been getting in contact and doing deals with friends in Europe, Medizin and Draco Striker, thank you. They've been basically organising care packages for us of singles we can't get down here to fix up the decks that we have. No longer playing Jeff format because it doesn't really fix anything, and just enjoy the cards that were enjoyable and leave it at that. There's no real reason to keep buying other than just fix up what we have. So I just want to go through the care package. I sent a bunch of promos and some stuff to fix up decks. But first, I found this in my bag and I forgot to take it out for ages. It's the sealed ruler for what set is it? Probably Saga Cluster. I'd wager. Because I don't play sealed formats. There's no one to play with. No one cares. There's no scenes here, basically. So this is Arcana of Will, a ruler made for sealed formats. It's a judgment of 4, and at the beginning of the game you get 3 limited counters, and for 1 you can turn that limited counter into any color you want. J-Ruler is a 1000 that can do the same. Hooray for that. So let's just get on the cards. So most of the cards I got were to fix up Olivia and Valentina, my blue girls. Because they're actually the two decks that, well, no, I think Gil Lapis needs quite a bit. I actually wouldn't mind picking up the Fire Girl from Saga 1. And I still got to finish up Borozuki. They're basically the only ones I care about. And I still need to fix up the... What are they? The Demon Tag from the 4th Saga set, but I doubt very much I don't even know if I'll bother with that, because, well, it's just not something I think it's something I'd rather have in the folder than actually play. So let's just get with the Olivia stuff. So I've got 2 more dollies, so I have a play set of those. Finally, I don't think the deck is particularly playable without 4 of them. Happy to have 4. 2 Boon of the... the 5th Boon Light Bolt Bow, which... Let's just see, did I have enough copies? I had... Sorry, I got the other cards we got from Saga 4, because I never... Saga 4, because I never finished making the decks. I just didn't... We're playing other things, so I just put them in a box. So I have a full play set of those now. And Olivia Sky Splitting Thunderbolt. Geez, for some... Oh yeah, it is quick cast. It's hard to know without the lightning effects. That's one really bad thing about the new frame. I really don't like that. Get out of the light. Actually, I should have the light on here, shouldn't I? There we go. Nope, that makes clear. There we go. So, rest all other entities for 3 is fine, I guess. You can flicker it. That's the thing. Yeah, that's actually my 3rd copy of her, because I have 2 more. I don't think I need a full playset. I don't think it's that good of a card. So, next up we have some Bogus Meditation. There's 2 full art ones. I think that brings me up to 3 full art versions of Bogus Meditation, which I'm not going to complain. It's a good card. I don't remember if I'm running a full playset, but I have to bring it out of Jeff format into proper Force of Will, because, well, no reason not to. 2 copies of Fish Drive. I think that does give me my 4th copy. I think I only had 3. 4 copies of Fish of the Demonic World. This one's actually pretty cool. Enter, it deals 1000 damage to 3 target players and or resonators chosen at random. You can start really hitting them badly. I forget exactly how that works. If you can just do Uh, I think it has to be 3 different targets. I don't think you can choose the same one twice. So, yeah, it's still a pretty good card. Again, I haven't played Force of Will since... Wow. When Saga 3 came out, so it's been a very long time. Been playing Vanguard and recently Yu-Gi-Oh! And bit of Wheatcross and my own work. So, Lightning Bolt, Rod Mermaid, that is my 4th copy now. That is actually a pretty good card. Imagine if I'd quit cast. Ooh. That'd be interesting. Full playset of Surging Lightning. I did have 3, but this brings me up to 4, and I get a full art, which I didn't have. I was actually surprised I didn't have a full art. I had to check the deck before I did this. Destroy a card is if it does feel out of color though. Just saying the color in Force feels a bit. Call of the Depths. This one makes your opponent discard 2 cards. You banish 2 resonators, or you get a 1000 fish resonator with Bane. The discard 2 cards is the fun part. Actually, banish 2 resonators is pretty good too. I don't remember if I had a full playset. I might have. I've got to pull out the deck properly and make it again. This gives me my full playset of Lightning Passion. I actually really like this card. You can reuse it to draw cards, or you can put a spin to the bottom, top of their deck, or just do 1000 damage to finish them off, which is pretty good. Yeah, I only had 3 copies of it. Yeah, I never got the 4th. Speaking of Olivia, the card I know only have 1 of is the Super Rare, but I don't know how good it is. I don't know if I actually need more copies of it. It's got the micro text, which is really, really tiny. Sparklefish, this one I never got to actually use correctly because it feels very expensive at 2 in current Forceville. Yes, it cancels target spells, but it's just like it's hard to leave green and blue open, and you got to have force randomizers twice, de-randomers. 4 copies of Oil Demon. I actually really like Oil Demon. I think it's a pretty good card. Swiftness, when it attacks, choose one at random, banish this card. No. Your opponent banishes a Resonator. Yes. This card becomes a 10/10 with First Strike and Swiftness. Yes. I like those 2 last parts. I think they're ones that are really good. And it's whenever it attacks, so you can keep using it. You can just continuously crush their board with your opponent banishes a Resonator, provided it doesn't die to control. And 2 copies of Magic Stone of Tides, which I'm pretty sure I did have a playset of, but I'd have to check. But now I have more than a playset. So let's get on to the promos. First up, we have an additional copy of Mikage Raya. That means I have 6 of this card now. I just want to show off something first. Let me just get it out. So, you see how far up the full art text is because it's going to get above the stat box? I like that. I've done it in Photoshop. It's 90 millimeters. I think that's easy to read. You can still read the art read the text with seeing really nice art. I really like that. I actually really like this card's art in general. I got to hard save that because I don't know if I want to use it in the deck because it's so pretty. This one, on the other hand, the text is down the bottom because there's no stat box to fight with. I don't think it looks as nice. I think it's actually harder to read because it's out of your eyes path. It's so far down. It bothers me a bit. Now, this might just be me. I'm curious on the comments in this one. But yeah, I think that's too far down. I think it becomes like, oh god, I've got to find the text. Not a fan of that. So I'm going to have to put Raya into a hard sleeve and a folder. Next up, we have 4 copies of Pierre the Godspeed Archer, which is really hard to read the name. I'm pretty sure I can find something to use this in. I think, what's its name? This is a, what set? Heroes, so this would be, 5 heroes, so it'd be set, Prologue of Ataractia. I don't, maybe I might use it in, what's the name? Dark Alice. I don't know. I don't think there's really the space. I don't think it's really necessary. But it's a nice promo to have. I'll see if anyone actually needs it. I'll ask them afterwards. Next up, we have 4 copies of Opening the Red Eyes. I think this one's actually pretty cool. Target J Resonagans, Precision First Strike for Black Red. I might actually think about using this in Gil Lapis. I don't know if I would, because you only get half of the text. But +7, +7, plus Precision, plus First Strike are pretty good keywords, especially if you're, whether you're blocking or attacking. It doesn't really matter which one. And because it has quick cast, you can just go at it. And actually, we could just compare here. How much nicer do the bubbles look? You can much easier read the keywords. They stand out. On the new format, they don't really stand out so well. They're actually just kind of blend in with everything. They don't stand out. That's why I went for the bubbles myself. Next up, an additional copy of Abdul Al-Arazed, the Possessed. Really like this card in general. I really, really love it. I think this might be my 6th or 7th copy. I'm not sure. I'd have to check my folder, and I'm out of frame. But, yeah, big fan of that card. Happy to have more copies of it. Idrisil, I'm not sure what I'd use it with, but I like it. I think it's a cool card. Celeste's Tremendous Treasure Trove. Didn't need an additional copy, but nice. Kane, might use it with... I do have the Demonic World tag. I have the Girls and Satan, which were pretty good pulls. But, yeah, might use in there. Don't know. I do have 2 copies of this one. We'll see. And Pandora and... Grim and Pandora, which I can actually use in a Borozuki, which I've got to try and get next time. We'll see. So if you have one or more +1/+1 counters on this card, double that amount instead. Sorry, point that you'd put 1, and enter this turn. You may activate abilities of rulers you control that can only be played once per turn, up to twice instead. So a Borozuki can use her effect twice, and a Borozuki is largely mono-white, though I think it might be able to go black-white now. I'm not sure. I'd have to double-check what Mikage got. But yeah. But here's the stuff I was mostly interested in, as far as promos and that go. Full playset of Awakening of Ambition. I really want to get Valentina running. I know it's not a great deck, but it's a fun deck. And I really like Valentina. This one is, look at your opponent's hand, choose a card. They put that card on the bottom of their deck. If this was Awakened, which is you discard 2 cards in addition to the black-blue, and choose a card from your stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. So it becomes, your opponent loses a card for your card, and then you discard 2 cards to get a stranger. And it's alright for... You can cast it for free, which means your opponent just discards... Well, you don't pay any will for it. It's not like it's a great card, but it is a part of her deck. And here's the one for the Gorgons, which I was... Yeah, I got to get... Can I get a current set of current Gorgons? I think I might have to use the old art. Search your deck for up to 3 Gorgons that don't share a name. Reveal them, put them into your hand, and shuffle your deck. Remove this card from the game and put a Forbidden Arts counter on it. Then, if you control a J-Ruler named Valentina, put up to 3 Gorgons that don't share a name from your hand onto this card. While this card is removed area with 1 or more Forbidden Arts counters on it, Gorgons gain +2/+2. So, I'm not sure if this is all multiple effects. Because of the way Forcible typefaces things, it's not really hard to see. It's really hard to see if remove this card is a separate effect, but I think it's all one effect. So you'll have to have a J rule to use this, and then you get 3 Gorgons out on the field for blue, blue, black, and they gain +2/+2, which brings them up to usable stats. It doesn't make the Gorgons good or anything, but it's fun. It's fun. I like that. So I do want to give a big thanks to Draco Striker and Medicine for sending this out. I know that my friend wants to do this again. I know there's some cards that he wants still, and I know he's asking me to check what I actually need from older stuff. So hopefully we can get it in one big swoop. And yeah, so that's what I'm still doing in regards to Forceful. There's no reason to not play the older stuff, but yeah, not buying the new stuff. Till next time, this has been some Gamer Dude, and thanks for watching.